Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me. Yesterday we had a small slate, and the home runs were directly correlated to that. Only 12 total on the day, a little lower than I would have liked. Less than 2 per game, I believe, is what it shakes out to. Michael Busch, Paul DeJong, and Brenton Doyle were the wins, but I'm not gonna victory lap any of those. It was just pretty much an ugly day. Quick announcement, not that this has anything to do with me, but I love Chance the Rapper, one of my favorite artists, and a lot of people have been disappointed in what Chance has come up with recently, or I guess it wasn't recently, but the Big Day album was a disappointment to a lot of people. I will go on record and honestly say I don't mind the Big Day album. I thought it was corny. I thought it was silly. I thought it was goofy. I thought it was cheap. But it has some songs that I can listen to. So we'll take that for what it is. This album is completely different. I've listened to like 75% of it. I like to listen through it, and then I like to throw numbers and rank them. It's very clear that Chance has a message in this one. He's trying to communicate things about our world and about his issues with our world. And so it's very different than... it's very different than the Big Day album. We'll just put it like that. So if you like Chance the Rapper, I didn't know he was going to drop this today. So I'm just here to spread the news. Today's slate is mediocre. A lot of good pitching today, which makes me nervous. A lot of park conditions are average. So I am lowering my expectations and trying to approach this realistically. We'll start with the game in Chicago. Very little wind today. Ashcraft is pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates, but we don't know how many innings he's going to go. By the look of it, it's not going to be too many. So it's a little bit difficult to get a read on the Cubs. I'll keep riding Michael Busch until he gives me a reason to shave that Busch. I can't cut him off right now. He has been the only batter that's producing for the Cubs, so we'll lock him in at 390. Spencer Horwitz and Brian Reynolds would be my plays on Pittsburgh, but this is just the epitome of average, and that's what you're going to see today across the entire slate. Game in Chicago, it looks like D.H. Hall might open for Jacob Mizorowski, whoever this pitcher is for the Brewers who's come on this season and has looked tremendous. So I don't like any of the Reds today. As far as Milwaukee goes against Nick Martinez, Bryce Turang, 540. I put a question mark there because I can't hardly believe it. This guy consistently sits at 7, 8, 900. Yes, he's at Great American, which is a small park. Yes, he's hit 3 home runs this week. But 540 still feels too low. So I won't touch him at that price. I can't. Call me stubborn. Call me whatever you want to call me. But I'm not going to take a guy at 540 when he typically can get him over 700. Christian Yelich is the other play. Game in Washington, average Kyle Schwarber. Edmund Sosa, I think, is a sneaky play at 830. Maybe like one of my favorite plays today, James Wood and Josh Bell. Game in Toronto, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, also kind of a sneaky play today. Addison Barger and Dalton Varsho, I like him as well. I like Varsho on this. I like Semien on this. I like Sosa on this if I had to pick some guys so far. And then the game in Boston, the conditions just don't look good. Big park, wind blowing in, a little bit cooler, high pressure. So just a perfect storm of yuck. Kyle Stowers, maybe I like Payne. I don't know. Kyle Stowers has not been producing, so I really got to just stop writing him down. Jacob Marcy looks good at 950. Wilyer Abreu and Alex Bregman, but not a game I would likely play unless I had a boost specific for that game. Game in Cleveland, nothing strong here. I looked, and I just could not get to anyone between the pitching, between 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing in. I just didn't feel like forcing anything, so I'm laying off of that. Game in New York, Randy Arozarena, Eugenio Suarez. Again, guys, you can see the fact that Suarez is at 375 tells you that this day is it just is. Pete Alonso, 4-1. I mean, these are decent prices on power bats, and it all has to do with the pitchers and the park, and neither of which look super conducive for the home run. Game in Houston, the Astros against Brandon Young look top to bottom playable. I'm choosing to write down Altuve and Diaz, but if you want to do some research, like that's a green spot, I believe. I believe the Astros could get 3 as a team today. That's just my bold prediction. So look there. I don't like anybody against Framber Valdez, Baltimore. Game in Kansas City, not a park I typically love to play. Lennon Sosa, 750. Bobby Witt Jr., 400. Salvador Perez, 450. The wind is blowing out, which should help, but it is a massive park. Aaron Savali, Noah Cameron. It's just average, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Game in Minnesota has 98% humidity. Is that real? Is that possible? I didn't know we could reach 98%. What's 100% humidity? We're swimming? We have to swim the bases? I don't understand that. We'll hope that it's conducive for the home run. We'll see. Any Tiger will do today. Again, I said that yesterday. Only Riley Green went. It was a low-scoring game. I know a lot of you are swearing off the Tigers. Kerry Carpenter, Colt Keith. But again, look and see. Pick your poison. I think it's a good spot to maybe peel back some more layers. Byron Buxton, Matt Wallner from Minnesota. Last 5 games of the night. Game in St. Louis. It's pretty chalky for me. Aaron Judge and Stanton today. I like righties in this ballpark. Alec Burleson and Lars Nootbaar are lefties, which is completely contradictory of what I just told you. But as far as the pitching goes, I think these are the spots to be. It's not a place I really rush to play, so I'm staying off, especially when we got some green coming up. Here we go. We're reaching some optimism. We're reaching some better parks, some better spots. Go look at Arizona on Ballpark Pal. If you know what, let me just take a second. Let me just show you this. And my head's going to be in the way. But if we go to starting pitchers and we go let's just take a random guy. Okay, so if you see Savali here, you see these home run factors, 0.08, 0.1. So that's, Bobby Witt looks good. Perez looks good today. These are the things I look at. These hit percentages, these 4 guys look like they should have success getting a hit. Now let's look at what a bad thing looks. So if I go and I give you one that I have red. Okay, so this Tampa Bay game, so I think he starts with a J, Joe Boyle, right? A lot of green here. That means good for pitcher. Right? And some of you know this, and the purpose of this video is not to show you ballpark pal, but I need to contextualize what I'm about to show you for Arizona. This is bad for batters, all this green. It doesn't look good for batters. This is average. You see some whatever, right? This is bad for batters. I can just do this that's bad for batters, right? Look at Tanner Gordon. It's very rare you see this much red. So when I say anybody for Arizona, I look at this, Perdomo's in play, Marte is in play, Corbin Carroll's in play, Gurriel's in play, De Castillo's in play, Locklear, of all people, is in play. Alec Thomas is even in play. James, the worst guy, Alec Thomas, who looks like he has the least opportunity to hit a home run or the least advantage over Tanner Gordon. Keep this in mind. B873. We click on a random name, scroll, random name. Okay, that's the other Arizona game, but that would be good for any other game. So the worst, look at the Mets. They don't look good. The worst player for Arizona is the best player for a lot of these other games. So bottom line, I like Arizona best today. I'm going with Perdomo and Carroll, but anybody I think is worth a shot. For Colorado, Mickey Moniak and Britton Doyle are my leans. I like them both as well. Ever since I said Britton Doyle was being undervalued, underrated, he's been shelling. I think he's had 3 since I said that a week and a half ago. So good call, I guess, on my end. We'll pat myself on the back there. Game in Sacramento, Oakland money line, underdog, I like today. Joe Adell, if I had to pick anybody on the Angels, it would be him. Brent Rooker, 3-1. Tyler Soderstrom, I don't know what's going on. No books have him listed. I can't find any bit of injury news. I'm very confused. I don't know if it's because Kikuchi's pitching and he's a lefty, so they're just assuming that Soderstrom's going to get the night off as he's a lefty, but I don't think he should with how hot he's been. So sort of bizarre. I don't know. We'll keep it on there and we'll see what happens. Jackson Merrill, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani. I like Freeman a lot tonight at 4:30 on FanDuel. Decent spot, decent game if you want to look there. And then lastly, this game in San Francisco, you know me. Not interested. Pitching is great and the park is bad. So we are going to just lay off of that. So I know a lot of you want the official picks. What happened to those? I'll run back through this and I'll just kind of tell you where my head's at. If I was building a round robin that I was going to have some fun with on this Friday, I think Freeman looks good. I'd probably find somebody in this game. Probably find somebody in this game. I would probably skip the St. Louis game. If I had to pick anybody, it would be a Tiger, but I'd probably skip the game. I'd probably skip Kansas City. I may find a way to get to an Astro. I'd probably skip the Mets game. I'd probably skip Cleveland game, probably skip Boston. I like Varsho today quite a bit, or even Simeon. I like Edmund Sosa as a long shot here. I'd probably skip the Cincinnati game. Yelich if I had to go anybody, and on the Cubs, I'd just how bizarre these teams have been. I'm probably skipping those. So I know that doesn't maybe help, but again, guys, I feel more comfortable giving you this and letting you guys dig your own grave, really. That's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoy your Friday. We'll see you tomorrow. And if you want to do stuff with money and join the stuff and be in the thing, you can do the stuff today if you want. You can be that. The link's in the stuff down there. The link's in the description. Bye.